Hey everybody, Grand Rising, good afternoon and good evening. Whatever time you click on this video is the right time for you, and I thank you in advance for your viewership and support. So, over the weekend, I was sent a very interesting picture at least 10 times. And that picture will be the thumbnail of this video. So by the time you click on it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Excuse me. There was a Megan Thee Stallion concert. I believe this was in LA, if I'm not mistaken. And CUNIFF, the reporter who was very pivotal in a lot of the reporting on the Tory Lanez case, not only was spotted at the concert, but she took a picture, a very interesting picture, with another young lady where she was holding up a, it was like a banner type blanket that says Team Megan, with a picture of Megan Thee Stallion. And it raised a lot of eyebrows, and people definitely felt some type of way about it. So I felt that it was necessary for me to tap into this, because this was something that she did publicly. And me personally, I don't think that it was in the best taste, not for her to go to the concert. Because, I mean, she wants to listen to her music, that's fine. You know, you go to the concert. But to hold up the sign that said Team Megan, when you know that that could infer that you have an implicit bias. So I wanted to tap into the energy around CUNIFF to see if she has a bias, or if she was just out having fun and just enjoying herself at the event. So, I've already said my prayers off camera. So I'm going to go ahead and, get my deck so I can tap into this energy around her. And if someone could ever be so kind as to timestamp this video at the 2-minute and 45-second mark. We're going to go ahead and get started with this reading. I may have to switch the deck, because this deck is already sticking together and saying a lot. Let's see first. Show me the energy around CUNIFF. Okay, so we have the Wounded Warrior. First card out. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor. The Empress. My apologies. So the Wounded Warrior to the Empress, she does see Megan Pete. Have to use different last names since they have the same first name. She does see her in very high regard. The Empress is above all queens in the deck. Okay? And the Wounded Warrior, someone who's been through a lot over and over again. Very tumultuous energy, but they have a lot of tenacity. So this is her opinion of Megan Pete. So here it is. We have the Cancer card, which is the Chariot, which represents forward movement. And also, we are in Cancer season. Bottom of the deck, the Knight of Wands, which I find very interesting, because the Knight of Wands can be very impetuous, moves possibly fast without thinking. It's a card that's based in lust, but lust for what? Not necessarily sexually, but this is someone who races in and has a thirst, rather, to be a part of something, to represent something. What is this that Megan kind of is racing into without thinking things through properly? So we've got the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, very interesting combination. So like I said, someone who races in without thinking things through can be a little impetuous. Two of Wands is a card of juggling or possibly playing both sides due to heartbreak. So I see that she feels very deeply, maybe a bit deeper than she should for this situation, for it to continue to be professional. But I want to be, you know, I want to be fair. So I'm going to give this a moment to play out. Okay, so we've got this Two of Wands here that represents a choice. And wow, Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This choice is going to possibly be something that she regrets, something that brings deep sympathy and remorse, something that she wishes she could take back. So I don't think that she really thought this through when she took this picture. You know, it was just all in good fun, and she didn't think or realize that this was going to possibly become and I'm not going to even say meme, that's not it, that this could possibly become viral or could be looked at in a evidentiary type of way. It to her was something that was fun, it was carefree, it was, you know, in the moment, you know, being high off of the energy of the event. So why is this something that she regrets now? Okay, so we've got the World and Heartbreak at the bottom of the deck. This means that this is going to be an end of a cycle for her, and this is going to bring heartbreak. Three of Cups, hold on. Three of Cups and the Tower at the bottom of the deck, which represents partying, good time, third party energy. Could possibly be a tower, and this could bring an end to a cycle for her, which is going to bring heartbreak. Yeah. So this is going to be frowned upon, and this is going to affect her career in ways to where this is going to permanently stain her credibility. And this is something that she's going to regret because she didn't see this coming. This was, what I'm pulling from her energy, this was honestly in good fun. This was something that she didn't think much of. If she had the chance to do it all over again, she definitely would not have taken this picture. Yeah, Two of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. Well, excuse me, it's on the table now. Yeah, it's going to affect her stability. It's going to cut off opportunities for her in the future. And this is going to put a really heavy burden on her, which is in turn going to make her, you know, like a social media martyr, so to speak. And here it is, the Empress at the bottom of the deck is like, this is a birth of her own creation, because the Empress also gives birth to, she is the one who, you know, creates certain types of opportunities. So, you know, I see forward movement coming in with the Chariot and the Three of Wands with opportunities that are underway. And interesting enough, you've got the Queen of Cups here and the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So it's like maybe intuitively she knew that this wasn't the best idea, but she didn't listen to that small voice in the back of her head that was guiding her to not take or post this picture, and now she regrets it. Like I said, the Magician at the bottom of the deck and the Empress. This is like, you know, manifesting an issue that is of your own creation, giving birth to this, because once again, the Knight of Wands, pardon me. The Knight of Wands is someone who rushes into something impetuously, may literally move before they think about something. And then you've got the Two of Pentacles, which represents juggling and playing both sides. And now it's like you've given birth to a situation and you're going back and forth with a choice, a decision. Wow. That has to do with feeling stuck and trapped in your thoughts. Also feeling like you're bound by a decision. This is also someone feeling trapped by a specific type of loyalty. She feels, you know, stuck in this situation. This is even like a contract can be considered to be being bound, okay? Being stuck in a situation because you're bound to a contract. So whatever this was that, you know, she made the decision to marry herself to be stuck to, this is coming to an end, and this is going to bring her heartbreak, because this opportunity was something, like I said, it was a contract. It was something that she engaged in, something that, you know, was very fruitful and beneficial to her. And with the Magician falling under the World and the Three of Swords, it's like you manifested this. You have no one else to blame but yourself for this cycle coming to an end due to this situation where you celebrated and didn't really think this through, okay? Also, this third-party energy attached to this celebratory picture, this moment. Now it's bringing her heavy heartbreak, regret, deep remorse, sleepless nights. It's like, you know, why did I do that? Or, oh, I didn't think that this was going to turn into something this big. It's causing really, really high anxiety now. Hold on. So, you know, I see that this was offered to her, like, you know, she was invited to come out and party and have a good time. But the Two of Swords here, what's this cutoff energy? This is going to cut her off from new opportunities. If there's anything that she was in contingency for, you know, possibly being a legal analyst or further movement with reporting on things that may be attached to this in the future, they may decide not to work with her due to her being too close to one of the parties involved. Yeah, Judgment. And see, the Judgment, this makes it a final call. This is a judgment call due to ethics. Yeah, and this is going to slow down things for her career and her visibility, which is going to put her in this Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands that we have over here that started everything. This is going to put her in the Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands, putting the whole weight of the world on her back and putting her in this cycle of, you know, just trying to renegotiate and trying to defend herself, defend her actions, trying to deflect and say that this isn't what it appears to be. You know, everyone was there. And I see that she really loves her job. But interesting enough, if you pay attention to those moons across the top of this cup, the moons, you know, the different phases of the moon, it went from a full moon, from things being hidden, okay? And see, I know when people think they see a full moon as full illumination, but see, the moon has multiple phases. So when you see a full moon, okay, it's unlike the sun. The sun, when you see the full sun, things are being exposed. When you see a full moon, a lot of things are being hidden or shielded. So now it's like people are going to start to dig into her, and as they do, we're going to see the other side of the moon, the other side of the energy, other things or people, places, and things that she is affiliated with. And she's going to start to have people watching her to see what they can expose. So the shoe is definitely about to be on the other foot. And that's going to be a hangman for her. This is, you know, starting from now, Cancer season. This is going to literally stifle opportunities that were coming to her. New financial aspirations, new contracts, negotiations, and agreements. They're going to be going back over things that were offered to her, things that she could have possibly been a part of in the future due to how this comes across ethically. Wait a minute. Yeah. So the Page of Swords represents visibility, being seen, people watching you. And this falls under this Knight of Wands, which is, you know, racing in, like I said before. And I want you to pay attention to the artwork on this Knight of Wands cup, okay? Because you see a volcano going off in the back. It's starting to erupt. So I don't think she properly read the room or the situation. She didn't think about the dire consequences that can come by, you know, this picture being seen by the public, by people watching her, you know, carry on and behave in a certain way. Attached to a situation with a fire sign male. We know that would be Tauri because he is the fire sign, the Leo. Yeah. Now we've got the Five of Cups. Deep sympathy and regret, shame, remorse over a decision that was made. Being bound and trapped in your head, you know, playing this over and over again, thinking about, you know, if I could do this over, was not that bad. You know, it's just the picture. She's going over this over and over again, weighing this in her head. And intriguingly enough, it's like the other shoe has not quite dropped yet. It's one of those things to where it feels like the people over her are waiting for the public response. They're waiting for the backlash to see how they should handle this. Okay, so yeah. We have the sun and then we have the star. And that's falling under the Three of Cups and the Knight of Cups, which is showing that it was offered to her to come out to have a good time. It's not like she just went out and bought the tickets. Like, these tickets were offered to her, given to her, sent to her, you know, maybe possibly emailed to her. You know how they do tickets now, where all you got to do is show your phone. And the sun over the star is like, this was supposed to be a happy, fun time with a, you know, Aquarius person, which would be Megan, but it ended up illuminating certain things attached to how they actually deal with each other. And this is going to start causing conflict in communication, conflict with, you know, her brand. And she's going to, you know, become very apologetic over this. But this is where I feel the cancel culture, you know, causing someone to apologize. Because this falls under the Two of Swords and the Page of Wands. So being cut off from new opportunities and being able to move in certain places journalistically is going to have her willing to apologize for this picture, because she didn't know that it was going to cause this type of upset. Yeah, this ends up being an unrequited offer for her. Yeah, she could be ostracized in the future when it comes to, you know, people looking at her journalistic integrity, her being hired to do future correspondence on this situation, which falls under the Hangman, the Three of Wands, and the Chariot. Okay. Bottom of the deck, the Ace of Swords, which represents the card of truth. Because now people are going to judge, you know, what is your, what are your motives? You've got the Devil to the King of Wands. What are your motives? Yeah, this is going to cost her huge, big time. And see, Ace of Pentacles is not always just about money. It's about, you know, people wanting to invest in you, whether it's influence, whether it's money, whether it's, you know, looking at you as an honorable source for news. She's going to have to do damage control behind this picture, because this picture caused a major tower. Yep. Eight of Pentacles with the Moon. So remember when I said, you know, journalistic integrity, what are your motives? People are going to start evaluating with this Eight of Pentacles to the Moon. What are your affiliations? Who are you possibly dealing with as sources outside of the norm? They're going to want to know, who could she possibly be working with or for? Page of Pentacles. This is like a representation of new opportunities, you know, being birthed into fruition. And interesting enough, this is falling under that Three of Cups, Knight of Cups, the Sun, and the Star. So, yeah, this is going to be very, very conflicting on her behalf, because people are going to want to know I'll just say it. They're going to want to know if she's on someone's payroll. You've got the Ten of Cups here and the Five of Wands. So interesting enough, Ten of Cups, you know, represents family. But if we're talking about business, this can be like a conglomerate that is a parent company that has multiple different arms, okay? And the Five of Wands is a card of fighting. So unfortunately, you know, a very simple decision to take a picture that, you know, was during a jovial time for her is going to cause a lot of conflict, a lot of backlash, but it's not going to come in the way that most people would think, to where, you know, this is going to just come from the people. I see internal fighting, because it all goes back to journalistic integrity and possibly being too close. And too close would be to the air sign, the Queen of Swords. So people are going to question if she could even be a truth teller, if she could be unbiased, if she's this close. So I'm going to go ahead and close this reading out. I thank you all for your time, your viewership, and your support. And yeah, I don't think Megan kind of really thought this through. She was just having a good time. She was turning up. And then this picture turned up, and it's causing her all types of issues where people are now questioning her judgment and her ability to be unbiased. So I thank all of you for your time, your patience. Have a wonderful day. And this reading is adjourned. I'll leave it up to you to decide. Megan Cunniff, unbiased hot girl, or honorable journalist. You be the judge. Bye, y'all.